What's going on, everybody? It's Johnny, and today I'm going to do a little bit of a review and demo on the SVISound Distozoid CY-2. Now, I apologize for my camera quality. In order to use a better microphone for the recording of audio of this, I had to sacrifice a bit of camera quality. But yeah, so a little bit about SVIsound. They're a company based in Bulgaria, and they make a lot of really cool cyberpunk and steampunk themed guitar pedals and even some little guitar amplifiers and matching speaker cabinets. It's pretty cool. And this is a distortion pedal. I know it's going to be hard to see on camera, but you know, there's a lot of like little bars and rivets and copper and brass on here. The entire casing is made out of like a very rough looking metal casing, very reminiscent of something you'd find at like a hardware store. There's all kinds of like scratches and dings in it, you know, not due to like shipping or anything, but that's simply how it was designed. There's even some scoring marks on the foot switch itself. Yeah, all in all, it looks really, really cool. So of course you got your in and your out, and there's a nice little sticker on the back here to label. Got your out over here, your in over here, and then your 9-volt power. And one thing about this pedal that's really cool is that on the front here, you actually have a live VU meter whenever you have it all plugged up, and it lights up too, which is really cool. So for the purposes of just kind of going through each of the knobs and sort of how basics of how it works, I'm going to be just having it hooked up in line to my Black Star Fly 3, and then later in the video I will actually hook up to the half stack that you see behind me, and I'll do demos where I go have the pedal in line as a preamp to the input of the amp, and then I'll also do a demo of it going through the effects loop of the amp. So yeah, and while I'm hooking this up, just so you know what the rest of my signal chain is, or what my entire signal chain is going to be, I am going to be running my BC Rich Mockingbird installed with EMG H4 and H4A pickups into the Distozoid, and then from the Distozoid to the Black Star. And real quick, before we go further, there's the VU meter. Again, I'm sorry for my camera quality, but yeah, that is the VU meter. It's pretty cool, and it lights up like that. And it's got the little needle in it that moves to be reactive to your sound and how loud you're playing, which is really, really cool. So, just for a bit of basis, this is my clean signal. And now clicking on the Distozoid. So of course I have everything at 0, and right now you hear nothing. So turn up the volume a little bit. There it is. So I will say, the knobs on the Distozoid are very touchy and very powerful. What I mean by that is it really only takes just a small turn of the knob for it to really change. And I've already done a little bit of messing around with this, and I've come to notice that if I were to, for example, turn up the volume like crazy, it gets pretty loud. It gets pretty loud for a little pedal. Same thing with the gain. The gain, right now, the gain is at the lowest it can go. And my tone is all the way at 0. Okay, sorry about that. The pedal fell. I had it just resting on my lap, but I've got it in a better spot now. So yeah, the gain and the tone are both at 0, and I've got this really, really nice, already pretty crunchy tone. So, as for the tone, I'm going to start moving the tone around. I'm going to leave the gain where it is right now, for now, but moving the tone, we move it to about the 9 o'clock position. These lower values for the tone is somewhat of like a low-pass filter, and as we go, it sort of goes from low-pass to mid-boost, to like a high pass, almost. So here it is with the tone at about 9 o'clock. Moving the tone to about 12 o'clock. And now moving to about 3 o'clock. Putting it all the way on its max. Well, actually, we'll go a little bit before its max. See, now it has a little bit of like a high pass effect. And then all the way on max. So it's very interesting. It's very interesting how the tone works on this. Okay, so now I'm going to leave the tone where it is right now. It's about the 4 or 5 o'clock position. And I'm going to start increasing the gain. Now the gain is at about 9 o'clock. 12 o'clock. Three o'clock. So, as you can tell, let me turn that off. Putting the gain on max, you get a lot of noise from this pedal. So, my suggestion would be that if you do crank the gain all the way up on this pedal, you are definitely going to want to use a noise gate of some sort after it. So, yeah. But for the purpose of this video, we'll do a little demo of it. We'll kick that back down now. So yeah, that pretty much does it for the knobs. So now we will kick it to the half stack behind me. Okay, so I'm back, and currently I have the Distozoid plugged in through the input of my amp. I'm going, even though you see two different amp heads, for this video, I'm going to be using the Randall KH120, and I'm currently on its clean channel, which sounds like this. So now I'm going to activate the Distozoid, and we're going to start with the tone all the way down on it. Increasing the tone.
that's a little bit of how it sounds going in through the input. Now we're going to cut, and I'm going to go to having it in the effects loop. Alright, we're back, and now I've got the Distozoid hooked in through the effects loop of my amp. So now we're going to take a look at how that sounds. And again, this is my clean channel. This is with the tone all the way at 0. We are getting a lot of noise from this pedal. So yeah, if I were to kick up the gain on this, you notice we get that noise. So that's just kind of a drawback from this pedal, if anything, is there's so much noise, and I think maybe it's just too powerful, if anything. So yeah. Freaking crazy.
Okay, so my final closing thoughts on this pedal is it's pretty cool. You know, not only does it look really cool, it sounds pretty cool. It's a very unique distortion pedal. You know, there's a certain roughness to it, not just in looks but also in tone, that I think really kind of it gives it the character that it has. You know, when you look at this pedal, you sort of imagine that it's been through some stuff, and it's gonna sound that way. So like definitely you really hear it as far as the tone control goes. Like I was saying before, just tiny turns of the knob can adjust everything on it. As I showed before, the volume and the gain, if you crank it high enough, it sounds and feels like it's about to almost blow out your speaker, which is kind of scary but also kind of cool. It's very unique. Honestly, like really the only complaint that I have is I would say that there is a lot of noise. There's a lot of noise that comes from this pedal, especially when you crank up that gain. You get a lot of unwanted buzzing and static or high-pitched tones like you heard before. So if anything, my recommendation, if you get this pedal, I would say use a noise gate after it, and that will definitely help cut out a lot of the noise. So yeah, as far as I can tell, that's all I've got. Yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.